our pal Ian Halperin in studio. People love to hate you, Ian. I just got to say it right off the bat.
Dude, I sleep well at night, and, I don't lose a beat. Let me tell you, I came to New York. I get right to the hotel. Who's the first guy I see at the hotel? Dice.
Really?
His wife's hot, man. I almost jumped her bones.
Oh, yeah.
I almost...
Wait, Dice is in town?
Dice he's staying at the same hotel. We wrapped, and we had a great conversation. Dude, whoever says he looks like me's a fucking moron, dude. I'm like Brad Pitt compared to Dice. But give me a break.
They talk about, you could probably, I'd say his younger brother.
His younger brother, man?
Yeah.
You look like his younger brother.
Oh, shit, what's that mean?
You kind of got just the basic look.
Are you saying that all Jews look alike?
Oh,
Am I going to have to get the Reverend Al Sharpton in her? I saw Al Sharpton yesterday.
Jump on that bandwagon.
Sharpton and I had a good talk yesterday.
I agree with Anthony. Yes, the Jews do look and act alike.
You did see Reverend Al?
Yeah, I had a good talk with Reverend Al.
Bullshit.
I was at NBC yesterday, and Al Sharpton and I shared a trailer together last year in Los Angeles at 3 a.m. We first met. And he remembered me. I just pull up. I go, "Yo, Al." And he has a photographic memory. And we had a great conversation. But you insinuating that all Jews look alike, I might have to call Reverend Al. You don't want me to call Reverend Al because...
I don't think he'll champion that cause for you there, Ian. I got to be quite honest with you.
Al Sharpton, he's not bad to the heaps. It's all misconception. Seriously. Who do you think has a bigger schlong, me or Al Sharpton?
Well, if you go by the myth, it's
he's
gotta
a black
be Al
guy.
Sharpton.
Ian,
Dude.
Al's a fat man.
I go with the Al.
It's fine today.
You could tap your calf all you want. What do you tap it and go, yeah, this is pretty far from my dick. See, because it's a small dick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude.
Vuvuzela.
I'm going to put him in my band.
I'm just going to vuvuzela every bomb I fucking
It's
lay
not your
out
fault.
today.
That whole exchange, it was just an unwinnable situation.
No-win scenario.
Yeah.
It was the Kobayashi Maru of comedy.
Yes.
They don't hate me. Your listeners love me, man.
They love to hate you. They don't turn
love
off the dial, though. That's the key here. There's people they hate, and they just will go away for a while. But with you, they want to listen and hate you.
Well,
that's brilliant on your part.
When I walk around, they come up to me. They're
not a
nice.
likable guy.
Look, I'm not out here to win a popularity contest.
Oh, you're
the
doing a
fact
great
is,
job.
I tell it like it is, and that's it. And I'm getting my crack licked 24/7. And your guys, what are they doing?
Well, now, last time you were in here, we had Dr. Z was here, and you were licking her feet. And I got to say, she came up to give us a little goodbye hug. She reeked.
Oh, yeah, man. There was something about that chick.
You mind B.O.? I don't mind B.O.
No, the BO
it wasn't.
It was bad.
It wasn't good
I'm with you.
B.O.
Worse than Aniston. I smelt that puss. She definitely wasn't wearing underwear.
We
And
thought it was the French fuck you brought with you. But then it turns out to be Dr. Z.
The French fuck wants to get on the line with you today. He had something to tell Anthony. We should give him a buzz. He really had some news for Anthony. I have no idea what, but if you want to give him a buzz, I'll give you his number.
No news of French you could give me.
We know on Al Gore.
Dude, Al Gore, look.
And that's in the paper today, because we know shit on him now.
That White House was a brothel. Bottom line. Al Gore was getting it, too. I've said that for years. Bill Clinton, he was singled out. Al Gore was silent, shaking in his boots the whole time because he was getting just as much pussy as Slick Willie.
And he knew at some point it was going to come down.
And it took a long time to come down.
Certainly did.
Probably, I'm going to guess if he did that, he probably played it smarter and did things with, like, masseuses and where there's, like, some kind of plausible deniability. Like, yeah, I was just getting a massage. Like, what? Where they knew that they would not have much of a case. Whereas Clinton, was trying to stick his dick in a fucking girl holding cocktail franks.
And let me ask you all a question. Let me ask, Norton, is this the first chick, you think, and the only chick that Slick Willie has gone on the side with behind Hillary?
Oh, no, I would guess not. No. Paula Jones, there's a million of them, I would think.
I think we haven't even heard from most of them.
Who, Clinton? Oh, yeah. I'm sure most of them are quiet.
And do you think he's still doing it?
I would hope not.
Of course. I think, yeah. I would think,
guess, yeah.
I have no evidence or reason to think it, but not a reason. I have a reason. I think he's just a fucking guy that likes to fuck.
He's a guy.
And not Hillary.
Absolutely.
He doesn't want to fuck his wife.
No, and once a hoe, always a hoe. I mean, there's no way. These two have an arrangement. I think Hillary. My sources, a lot of them told me, I've never seen the smoking gun, that Hillary's gay.
Really?
It's believable, but you know that maybe she's enjoys that. However, I actually want to see her run for president now.
Oof.
I really want to see fucking Hillary.
Yeah?
Yes, I honestly do. I've never turned around on a person so much. I like her so much more now than I used to.
do not want another fucking Democrat in there.
Well, who's
God
who's
damn.
there to
Palin?
come in? Who do you want to come in?
Her or Palin? Who do you take?
No, not Palin. Fuck Palin. She's nothing.
That should be the ticket. Two
It's gonna
broads
be
running against each other.
Joke of the Republican Party if they try to run her. I don't know, that fucking new guy they just shoved up there in Massachusetts.
He's too new.
I like him. Oh, Obama wasn't?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's
the same problem.
Yeah,
I agree.
exactly. You got the same problem.
Same problem with the less taxes and less fucking government in my life.
Do you think
I'm having an end of the year party. For the last fucking year, I'm able to do shit without being taxed up the fucking asshole.
Up the wazoo.
That's what I'm doing. That's what this whole year has been. Has been me having fun because January 1st of next year is when I start getting a big Obama cock shoved up my asshole.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, he has
Wow.
a point. I got to agree with Anthony on this because I had lunch.
You're a Canadian.
I had lunch with Judith Regan recently, who I love, and she was going on and on about the tax situation here. She said it might go up to like 58% for some people.
Sickening.
It's gonna get so bad that it's gonna raise the unemployment rate even higher because people that would normally hire people aren't going to be able to because they're the ones that are rich and because they own companies, they own businesses, and they're not going to be able to hire people because that money that they would spend on employees is going to have to go to taxes.
Terrible.
So, yeah, it's a great way to really get the economy going. Just hand out, tax the people that are employing people and give all the money back to the people that are under, what they consider the poverty rate. I think everybody should pay a set percentage of money for taxes. Whether you made $10 last year, then give us your dollar. Give us your 10 fucking percent.
That sounds too logical.
Or if you made fucking $1 billion,
Too logical.
give us your whatever 10% of $1 billion is.
This is a perfect time to go to the phone. We got Lindsay Williams, the oil expert slash
I love the
world
bionic woman.
slash the world
What?
is ending guy. It's a guy.
Oh.
You got a girl's name.
Hi.
Hi, Lindsay.
Good morning, and thank you so very much for allowing me to privilege of being on the Opie and Anthony show.
Yes.
The real story of the Gulf of Mexico BP oil disaster.
Yeah, well, for the people out there that don't know, because I know a lot about you, what's your background there, Lindsay Williams?
Well, I had executive status with the 9 major oil companies that built the Trans-Alaska Oil Pipeline with Alaska Pipeline Service Company, and of all things, was given this status because of being chaplain on the pipeline. It gained an element of respect with some of the top oil company people in the world, and I have had the opportunity of knocking on that door when something like this Gulf of Mexico disaster takes place, and they have given me the real story so that I can tell the American people what's happening.
Oh.
All right, so you got a little experience in that field. So,
And you got the real story.
what is the real story?
The real story basically is that BP Oil Company was attempting to do what Russia did. Back in 1970, the Russians drilled the first super deep oil well, Kola SG-3, went down to 40,230 feet. Since then, they've drilled 310 other successful wells and found fossil fuel. No, they didn't find fossil fuel. They found abiotic oil. And as a result, Russia, as of this year, has become the world leader, bypassing Saudi Arabia, of the world's supplier of crude oil. And as a result, BP decided they wanted to do the same thing Russia did. The only thing is, Russia had sense enough to do it on land.
If
they wouldn't cause any trouble. BP was so stupid, and I use the word very readily, BP was so stupid as to go out in the Gulf of Mexico
Careful
and
with those S words.
drill a super deep well off of a floating platform, not even anchored to the bottom of the ocean, using sophisticated GPS equipment in order to keep that platform in place.
They were using GPS?
Yeah,
That is stupid.
This is utterly stupid. The government of the United States of America should have never issued permits for BP to do this. The government is just as much to blame as BP is, and they attempted to do it in ocean water that was 5,000 feet deep. Now, 5,280 feet is 1 mile, and then they drilled into the depth of the ocean, 25 to 30,000 feet. Now, suppose for a moment.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Suppose was a rough one.
That was a rough one.
Right.
All of a sudden, you look down when the pilot says we're cruising altitude.
Oh, my God. That was really bad.
How deep?
That's really bad, sir.
The pilot says we're at cruising altitude.
Wow.
Yeah, cruising altitude of the modern jet is somewhere around 30 to 35.
Somewhere around, somewhere around what?
Around 30 to 35,000 feet. And
wow.
That's the depth in the ocean that BP was trying to drill a super deep well.
Don't say super again.
That is super deep.
Wow.
That is a super deep well.
So yeah, they hit something so catastrophic and unexpected that they could not contain it.
Wow. So now, how are they supposed to... What I'm hearing is this is unfixable.
What?
Unfixable.
Yes, that's exactly right. It is unfixable. They hit a splatter of oil with such high pressure that it burst every safety valve they had. There was nothing.
Every safety valve?
Yeah, every safety valve on the well was burst. Even the fail-safe valve, which is the one that's supposed to work when everything else fails, and it blew.
I like the 16-ounce sausage.
It pressures at such high pressure that it destroyed the maximum efforts of human science to contain it.
So science? Human science couldn't even can't contain this now. You're saying?
No oil company on the face of the earth has ever hit oil pressures such as this, and they've never drilled into a strata of oil. Even Russia, when they went 40,000 feet, did not hit anything like this. Let me give you an example.
All right.
At Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, the wellhead pressure on a well there is around 1,500 pounds. Now, let's compare this. The automobile that you're driving, the tire is 35 psi.
I drive an Escalade.
Big truck tires, 100 pounds per square inch. BP hit pressures in the Gulf of Mexico of between 20 and 70,000 pounds per square inch.
70,000 pounds per square inch?
Yes, this is beyond human technology to contain it, and every safety valve they had blew, and as a result, today...
Speaking of drilling things into the ground, right.
...in our American economy.
For the whistle answer.
So what does this mean, sir? Are we going to ever stop this fucking leak? Is it going to destroy the world? Is it going to destroy the economy? Let's get down to this.
Well, the first thing I asked was when I contacted the people in the know who will tell you what's really going on behind the story.
Where's the know?
I said, what are you going to do about this? And they said there is only one possibility of stopping this Gulf of Mexico oil disaster, and that is a nuclear device. But, and oh my goodness, when they said but, I could hear the fear in their voices. I said, what do you mean?
You heard the fear in their voice.
He said it'll take at least 4 months to drill an angle.
4 months?
Drilling in order to go down to it to even attempt to plant the nuclear device. And he said...
A nuclear device? That's crazy.
4 months of this, there will be no let up in somewhere in the neighborhood of 125,000 barrels per day. And Matt Simmons said that just the other day. He's one of the leading oil men of the world, very well respected, 25 years in the business. And he said that there is coming out of that well right now 125,000 barrels.
Wait, sir, could you repeat that?
How many?
Yeah, that sounds crazy. What was it?
And 125,000 barrels a day, he says, is coming out of that well.
125,000 barrels a day.
Wow.
That is a lot of oil.
You will have this for another 4 months. There's nothing they can do about it. They even removed the one device day before yesterday that was supposed to siphon some of it off, and the reason being is the pipe itself, because of these extreme pressures, 20 to 70,000 pounds per square inch, was actually perforated down in the ocean, and even NOAA now, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, is admitting that the pipe is leaking and going out as far as 20 miles away with plumes of oil.
Plumes of oil?
Nelson appeared on MSNBC.
Wow.
Wow. What network, sir? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said.
What network was it, though? Because we like keeping the facts straight.
Yes.
Because they say that you have plumes of oil that are seeping up as far as 20 miles away because of it coming out where the pipe was probably perforated when that extreme pressure hit it. So the individual said to me, Chaplain, there is no way to stop this for at least 4 months. And they said, after that, said, what's going to happen? He said, Chaplain, we hope we can plant a nuclear device and cauterize this thing. I said, what do you mean, you hope? He said, Chaplain, this is a stratum of oil. No one's ever gone into it before with such extreme pressures. And they said, if that nuclear device is set off and it does not succeed, he said, we will fracture that stratum of oil, and it will never stop.
Chaplain, I have a question, if I could, to interject. I'm not an expert at all, obviously. But now, are they saying that it's because of the extreme pressures and because of a certain amount of depth, that it's not just about a cap, but there's a certain way that things have to be kind of big boarded because of what's been going on and with possible weather and stuff?
Mm-hmm. I'm not quite following your question. Ask again.
I'm sorry. If because of the extreme pressures.
Yeah, because of the extreme pressure, there is nothing. They have.
But no, that wasn't what he was getting at. Hold on, sir. That wasn't what he was getting
Chaplain.
at. Yeah.
I'm trying to phrase it because of the extreme pressures. Can they? Is it about the cap not fitting, or is there an alternative because of the way the weather's been and what the possible thing is for that?
Weather has nothing to do with it. It has been because of the fact that they have tried every way, everything that the oil men knew to do, they have attempted to do in order to stop that oil from coming out. But nothing has worked because they've never hit such pressure.
All right. Now, are these going to affect some of the seashells down by the seashore?
Not only is it going to affect the seashells, this is causing the death of human beings, and that is what is most concerning to me because of what was just issued the other day, just a few days ago, by EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, finally went to the Gulf of Mexico, and they measured what is called volatile organic compounds in the air.
Yep.
And they have said that there are 3 of these that are coming out that are deadly to human beings, and they are. You aren't being told half of the story. For instance, hydrogen sulfide is coming. You know, the average person thinks that the only thing that comes out of an oil well is oil.
Right.
That's not the truth. There are many things coming out of an oil well.
Why don't you tell us a few of the other things? Things like natural gas.
Compound. First one is hydrogen sulfide. The allowable limits by EPA that a person can breathe or take in through the air is 5 to 10 parts per billion, ppb.
Wow.
They have tested this past week current levels 1,200 parts per billion. The second one is even more frightening. Benzene. Benzene is toxic. It is a carcinogen. It forms cancer. The safe levels is so dangerous as 0 to 4 ppb, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. They measured this past week levels 4,000 parts per billion.
All right, we get it.
Wow, that's a lot.
Pastor, it's His Highness speaking.
Yeah, His Highness.
First off, I got to say, I think you've got a few of your facts wrong here, especially on the
I don't
levels.
Think so.
No, really, I've heard conflicting reports on the levels, and I got to ask you one question, Pastor, because I call BP, I've called them for years, bad pussy. Could you say that, bad pussy?
No, stop.
No, I'm serious, because that's what they are, Pastor. But when you're giving these levels, I think you're just trying to scare the public. I don't think you're to point with what you're saying, because scare tactics aren't. I've heard the Obama administration give us a whole different picture of what you're painting. So who are we going to believe now? Are we going to believe You, or are we going to believe the officials? And give me more reason. Let's cut to the chase here. In a nutshell, in 2 sentences, what are you exactly saying?
There you go.
I'm saying that people are in big trouble. The talk show host called me from Orlando, Florida, 2 days ago. He said, Chaplain, you've got to be on my show immediately. I said, what are you talking about? I can't. I'm literally worn out. I've done so many talk shows here recently. George Norrie even had me on for 2 hours on Coast to Coast the other night.
Right. Coast to Coast.
On and on you go. He said, you've got to. I said, why? He said, people in Orlando are scared to death. I said, why? He said, I came down a week ago with respiratory problems. He said, not only that, but he said, 2 days ago, I felt like I wanted to throw up for 3 solid days. He said, people are moving out of Florida so fast that you can't even get a moving company to tell you a date.
Okay, let's cut to the chase, though, Pastor.
Wow. Hold on, Ian. We got Uncle Paul, who's on the line. Uncle Paul, you're on with Lindsey Williams. He's an expert in the oil field.
Hello?
Hi, Uncle Paul. Lindsey, he's a regular, this Uncle Paul.
Hi, is this Sherwin Williams?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Paul Hargis. I teach 3rd grade. What's going on with all the Earl?
What's going on with...
What's happening with the Earl? Because it looks like it ain't going to stop. And the kids keep asking.
It won't stop for at least 4 months.
Huh?
It won't stop for at least 4 months. Let me give you an example. I'm going to take benzene alone. I want to give you what the government says is the danger of exposure to low levels of benzene.
Exposure? I got in trouble for that. Huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead, you talk.
It causes leukemia also. Weakens the immune system. Targets the kidneys and the liver. I think people have a right to know what's happening to them down there, and the government is not telling them the truth. You know, a person has a right to at least either stay there or move out. And if they knew the facts, they could make some proper decisions.
What I want to know is, because the kids are all scared, I like to take them down to the water. You know, we frolic. Is it dangerous to go into the ocean right now?
Oh, that's a great question.
Because I wasn't finished asking.
Well, let me give it to you right from CNN News. And, of course, I'm sure you really accept them whether you do me or not. And CNN did a documentary just the other day. Kerry Kennedy did the program for them.
That was a terrible day. Where were you when it happened?
I was at home.
Oh. I was searching someone for stolen candy.
Okay, would you like to know what CNN said about this?
Yes.
They gave an example of the Exxon Valdez in 1989. And they said that the spill, when it took place, people who did the cleanup work. Now, this stuff is all over the beaches around the Gulf. And you know, they say that by October it'll be on the east coast of Florida and hit the Gulf Stream. And
you mean the Earl?
Those who cleaned up the BP mess, mess back in Exxon Valdez in 89, every single cleanup crew is now dead. And the oldest that any one of the members of the crew ever became before they died was 51 years of age. Now, you tell me what happened with all
years young
in the Gulf of Mexico.
I'll be 58 in March.
Yeah.
Now, they say that what's being dumped in the Gulf of Mexico right now would be one Exxon Valdez every 8 to 10 days. And yet we have 4 months of this to go before they can even do anything about it.
I don't know what to tell the kids, though, because they're all asking me. They call me Uncle Paul because I'm the teacher there for a long time, and they're all going, Uncle Paul, why? Why do I feel sleepy when I go over your house?
Well, maybe you should tell them what happened in Cornelius, North Carolina, just a few days ago.
Is it going to be dangerous for the kids?
Well, let me tell you what happened in Cornelius,
I ain't done asking yet. I don't know what to tell them when they start asking me. They're like, what's happening? Because you turn the TV on, and when I'm showing them the cartoons that I used to show Dudley and Arnold,
Well, why don't you tell them the facts about what's happening? And I'm trying to give you one if you'll let me.
No, I'm sorry. I run a bike shop, and sometimes we drink wine. But then Arnold left, and me and Dudley stayed. We was watching the oil show.
Well, I tell you what you do. You go on YouTube, and you look at the documentary that's done out of Cornelius, North Carolina. WBTV photographed it. A man was in a restaurant. He was in Vinny's Raw Bar, and eating a raw oyster, and he found oil.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
And his name was Matthew Robertson. And he had mindset enough to contact the local television station and have them come out and photograph it. Do you realize that there's not going to be such a thing as a safe seafood that a person can eat out of the Gulf anymore?
No, I didn't realize that until you just said it.
Well, let me give it to you right from the scientists themselves. Scientists believe
go to my house and I give
millions of gallons of Corexic 9500, a chemical dispersant, right now in the Gulf of Mexico. They've dumped 2.9 million gallons a day. Corexic 9500 is a solvent 4 times more toxic than oil. The agent,
a lot of numbers,
has 2.61 ppm toxicity level, and would mix with warm water in the Gulf of Mexico. Its molecules are able to phase transition. The transitions involves the change of liquids to gases into a state that can be absorbed by the clouds. The gases are... Well, look at what's happening to the plants along the Gulf of Mexico. They say they're getting spots all over their leaves. And here's the explanation right here.
On the leaves?
This gas is toxic, turns into toxic rain, is unimaginably catastrophic, and is going to destroy wildlife all the way from the bottom of the evolutionary chain to the top. Give the children the facts like this, and they probably won't want to go to the beach down there too much anymore.
Won't stop. So that's probably the way to do it. But my question wasn't that. I was asking, what do you do when a third grader's on the stand and he's crying?
Well, I'll tell you what you do. I always just deny it, and I yell, liar, liar.
Boo. So making it a mist.
So you want me to tell you what to do?
I do. Slow.
Okay. Yesterday afternoon, I completed a documentary.
What time?
I suggest you show it to them.
What time yesterday afternoon? I wasn't even there. It's a misunderstanding.
No, you weren't here, but here's what you can do. You can dial this number right here and get it. 888-799-6111, or go on the web to prophecyclub.com, and you can get 8 DVDs.
Oh, good.
6 DVDs. They'll tell you 8 hours of viewing, and they'll tell you all of the documentary of what's happening in the Gulf of Mexico in the disaster that's taking place. I highly recommend that you get it and know the truth about what's going on right from the top oil company officials themselves.
I want to hang up. Sometimes you're in something, you're not too sure what to do to kind of close it out.
Well, I think probably the best thing to do is just close it out by picking up your telephone in a few moments and dialing.
I already got my phone in my hand. This ain't magic. While you're yelling at me, you're humiliating me in front of my children, my classmates.
Well, just tell them the truth. The truth always stands out above everything.
Okay, this is going to hurt a lot.
See, that's the truth.
This is illegal and immoral in every society. I don't like the truth.
Oh, the truth usually does.
You're going to regret this for the rest of your life.
To America.
Huh?
Yeah, a talk show host on the Panhandle of Florida called me the other day. In fact, I think it was about 3 or 4 days ago. And he said, Jeff, I'm getting out of here. I said, what do you mean? He said, I woke up this morning, opened my door, and he said the smell of the gases coming out of the Gulf was so great. He said, I'm not staying around to breathe this any longer.
Sure that wasn't the smell from this call? My fault?
I wouldn't guarantee it. It could be.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, Uncle Paul. That was just,
Uncle Paul, thank you so much.
Amazing insight.
Yeah, that's all good. As we're all trying to figure out exactly what to do with the Uncle Paul part.
Yeah, I think that was a terrific call by Uncle Paul there, Lindsay.
Yeah, it's a
showing the fear that the average man has out there about this Gulf oil spill.
Well, Lindsay has done a great job explaining
Absolutely
this, and the media just seems to be kind of not paying attention to a lot of the important aspects of this problem.
What's the end game, Lindsay? Like, what does this all mean in the end? And please don't get too wordy.
The end game means that the Gulf of Mexico could, if they cannot cauterize this hole, could become a Dead Sea.
A Dead Sea. Okay, so we lose one sea. We still have a lot of other seas, right?
Wow.
Well, except that
how about a dead D, E, and F?
the Florida goes around the world.
What?
Yeah.
Except that the Gulf Stream, which is on the east coast of Florida, and this oil will be there by October, so the scientists say, and this Gulf Stream goes around the world, warms Scotland, Ireland, and England, and the entire world is going to be affected by this if they can't cauterize this hole.
Does it mean the end of man?
No, positively not. Man will find a way out of all of this, but it's going to mean the death of many human beings.
Wow.
There is no health care system in the world that can afford to pay for the damage that's going to be done to people as a result of the Gulf of Mexico disaster.
Okay. All right.
Maybe
Where can we send you some cash, Pastor, to fix the problem?
You can't send me anything. I would highly recommend that you get my documentary. The number is toll-free, 888-799-6111 if you'd like to know the truth, or go on the web to prophecy.
What about prayer? Could you say a prayer for maybe that will fix the whole
that's not
thing?
a bad idea. Yeah, give some people some hope.
All should.
You're all doom and gloom. Give us a little hope there.
We all should.
Well, this is not doom and gloom at all.
Yeah.
This is a matter of the fact that the government, who is just as much to blame as BP, should tell the American people the truth and at least give them an opportunity to make up their mind whether they want to stay there or whether they want to get out. But they aren't even being allowed to know the own EPA reports and the reports from federal government agencies that have gone down there and tested this atmosphere.
Yeah.
They know that they would cause panic, and the only people telling it is somebody that would have, that you would allow me the privilege to be on your program as a minister of the gospel for 50 years and try my best to tell the people the truth, and this is the only place they're getting it. That's the reason last week I was doing 4 and 5 radio talk shows every day. They had me on Coast to Coast 2 hours one night, and on and on and on you can go, because some people do want to know what's happening to them.
What was that?
Yeah. No, he makes a good point. It's a great point you make up. We all gotta realize this is a huge problem, and I don't know how anyone is gonna solve it.
Lindsay?
Yeah.
Are you there?
I'm right here, just thanking you for the opportunity of telling what I've been able to tell.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you, sir. This was an eye-opener.
Certainly was.
Sometimes my eyes are open, but I don't even want to because I'm sleeping, you know.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Good day.
Here's,
wow, that was an
Lindsay
amazing
Williams.
phone call right there.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. Goddamn, Uncle Paul was a great call.
He was spot
That was
on.
amazing.
Oh,
Couldn't remote him because he's a pastor.
yeah, but
Nice man.
you didn't have to. Oh, my God. I'm not done with the question yet. Oh, that Uncle Paul's got no patience,
He really is testy.
and he doesn't like the truth.
All right, very good.
Oh,
We're going to continue with
fantastic.
Ian Halpern, and then we got the author of Copy, Paste, and Bang.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
It's only going to get better from
Mr.
here.
Hargis may call in again.
All right, Ian, sorry for that interruption. Ian Halpern in studio. And our friend here, and I consider you a friend, Ian.
Hey, likewise, man. I love you guys, man. Seriously, I know you guys all think everyone.
Anyway, so Ian's movie. I'm trying to give you a fucking plug, and right away you have to start yapping.
Here a thing. Here, turn on. That's better. Turn up my mic.
Tell us about your Michael Jackson movie before you start babbling and
it's the
lose
first
listeners
film,
for us.
Michael Jackson film. It finally airs this Friday night, 9 o'clock, TV Guide channel. Everyone knows I had all this footage. I had offers from major Hollywood producers. Right when MJ died, I said, I'm going to take my sweet time. I refused a ton of cash. They wanted me to do a half-assed job, rush it out. I said, no, I'll take my time. I edited it in L.A. this year. And it's airing in 58 countries this Friday night, the first time a film has ever aired in that many countries on the same day. And it's all because of you guys.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yes.
I am... there's a part of it, they talk a lot about Michael Jackson, the pedophilia allegations. I'm not 100% convinced that he did not do that stuff, but I will say this. I am no longer convinced that he did.
Really?
Yeah, it really did. It really did. And I'm a complete skeptic.
Why is that?
Just certain interviews that were brought out. Again, I'm not going to say that I'm convinced either way, but I'm not nearly as convinced as I was before that he...
Is this because he's been dead a year?
No.
And you're kind of looking like...
No, not at all.
We're going to find out Friday, I guess.
There was some, I was surprised, because again, I'm like, fuck him, he's a pedophile, and it's like,
Is he at least gay, Ian?
Well, again, I don't care about his sexuality, but I will say this exclusively to you guys. I think the prescription drugs, why he took them so frequently and became addicted to them, was because of his sexuality, and he wasn't comfortable with it because an African-American coming out, he would have been just vilified.
Who's an African-American?
Well,
he's pretty white by the end there.
Well, there's a scene in the film where Lou Ferrigno's working me out, and he tells me Michael would lift his shirt during workouts, and said his whole body was white. And I said, Lou, how did it get so white? He says, I don't know. But look, the fact is, MJ, I don't care. Gay lovers have come out since he died on the record. Jason Pfeiffer came out. His own doctor, Arnold Klein, confirmed it.
I'd like to remain anonymous, but yes, I had relations with Michael Jackson. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm the producer of the Opie and Anthony Show. Just so you get it.
Oh, my Fufuzela. My Farusa Balk.
But it's a... Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm good at it.
I got to put you in the His Highness band.
The fake band.
And do you want to tour around with me and have chicks throwing bras on stage? That's what they do when His
You were
Highness
supposed to play the
plays.
saxophone for us. And
I didn't bring it with me.
bras.
First off, I got to thank Norton for coming to the premiere last week. And class act, everyone. He's coming to Montreal, and all the chicks are going to show up with me. And you're doing a bunch of shows there, right?
I am doing the Nasty Show.
Whole week.
It's Opie and Anthony crew. Geraldo hosting. Yep. I'm closing it. Bob Kelly is on it. Voss is on it. And the woman comic who I don't know.
What's her name?
Tanya or Tammy, I don't know her. She might be very funny. It's usually a good lineup there.
Ian, you want some props from somebody? Rich in Georgia. Rich?
Hey, His Highness, I just wanted to say, spot on with the Reggie Bush stuff. Him and Kardashian did break up after you reported it. But the UFC, you were spot on. They're going to lose their national championship and the Heisman Trophy.
And I think Anthony was mocking me that day for that. So can you apologize?
I apologize.
Accept it.
Profusely.
Accept it.
1 out of 10, not bad.
And was I right about Al Gore?
You didn't really say Al Gore. You said someone in Washington.
Yeah, I was in a blind. It was a blind item.
Don't like that
2
blind
days
shit.
later, it breaks.
Yeah, but how about you break it on our show if you know 2 days later?
Because I don't want to get sued by Gore, because I'm spending so much money on lawyers. They call me every day just to make their monthly quota. I got to put my daughter through college. I don't want to, so I do blind items. It comes true 2 days later.
Give us a blind item right now.
Actually, I do have a good one.
You do?
Yes.
Let me see your eyes.
They have nice eyes?
Oh, yeah, kind of blue.
Let me see.
I guess,
By the way, I got to
have
tell you
nice
this.
eyes.
The cook I brought in, Michael Jackson's cook a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
she thought you were hot.
Yeah, I know.
She said
I already
that.
know that about
She
myself.
said that. Opie, she said, man, why is he in radio?
All right, go ahead with your
She
blind
really
item.
did say that.
Competition is not much in this room, though.
I didn't.
Being the hottest guy in this room.
Ian, I didn't think she was hot. She was pretty much a dog.
No, I didn't know.
No.
Oh my God, she was horrible.
She's listening today, by the way.
I mean, she's all right. She had that Sarah Jessica Parker thing.
Yeah, look, she's cooked for Pitt. She's one of my good sources. So please say something good about her.
What's her name?
Elisa.
All right, go ahead. Blind item time.
All right. The number one thing in Hollywood that's going to break in the next 6 months is going to be a disease spreading that we've never heard of before. That's my blind item.
In Hollywood, a disease that we've never heard of?
Yes,
Or
a rare disease that is just
A new
started,
disease?
Yes,
Is
in
that
Hollywood.
Is that the one from Portland making its way down here?
No,
I just blew it, right?
no. That's
What is that weird disease up there?
We've never heard of it. You're gonna.
and what is it-
It's
what
like
is-
when SARS came on board. Remember that?
What does it do to people?
It breaks down their immune
Oh,
system.
great. Another one of
Oh,
those.
good.
Yes.
It's Instrepolis or something?
Strepolis?
Something like that.
Will people die from this?
Yes.
Is it the bird flu or something?
And it's going to hit Hollywood?
Chirp, everything's
Yes.
chirping.
It's actually there's a couple of actors in Hollywood who have been.
Isn't this
who
called
have it.
AIDS?
Yeah, I know.
It's
Is it super AIDS or
it
something?
ruins the
Exactly.
immune
When
system,
AIDS
and it's
came out, we
rampant
never
in
heard
Hollywood.
of it. It's the new thing.
It's the new AIDS.
Yes, it's the new AIDS.
Curable?
AIDS light.
No, incurable. Incurable. People are going to pop off like
So is
flies in
AIDS.
that town.
And how is it spread?
It is. It's a rare disease that is transmitted apparently through touch.
What?
You can touch someone.
That sounds insane.
That's what I've
Do you
heard.
know how quickly that would spread?
I told you
Like
it's going to
Captain
spread like
Trips.
wildfire, faster than those forest
fucking
fires.
you ever see the stand?
That's why I'm here today, and I'm not in L.A. where I usually am.
Howie Mandel be the only one left standing.
Yeah, didn't touch anybody. Damn.
That's a big one.
Boy, you're going
Yes.
out on a limb with this one.
Why 6
Yes.
months?
Because it's
Aren't people
slowly
touching
but
right now?
surely. Yes, it's spreading slowly but surely.
And why Hollywood?
Because it started there. There's two actors.
Oh, no,
who,
shitty scriptitis?
Oh,
Did they come back from some
Jesus.
faraway land with this shit?
someone fucked Precious.
So stay away from L.A.
You didn't answer my question. Why do these two actors have it? Did they come
I-
from somewhere else?
No, they're in L.A. And apparently one of them's on their deathbed now.
An actor we know?
Not really, but it's spreading.
Well,
Spread.
is he really an actor if we don't know him?
Yeah, he's got good credits. He's got good credits.
Write his name down.
I won't reveal his name.
Porn actor?
Out of respect, no.
Write one of his projects.
Legit? Biggest co-star?
Biggest co-star, I think, would be Jack Nicholson for him.
Wow, that's a biggie.
Yeah.
On his deathbed.
Wow.
Dennis
Yes.
Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hops. Or
So this is running rampant. It spreads by touch,
Yes.
which is probably the most contagious type of thing. Well, airborne, I guess, would be. But I mean, and what are the symptoms like?
I'm not exactly sure because I just found this out recently and I'm trying to compile more information before I actually post something on my site about it.
Is there a name for this?
yeah, you should tell us the name.
No.
Pomp
I'm sure they will think of some creative name. You know, AIDS, SARS. It's going to be something with 4 letters.
Why the four letters
are just very
plural.
popular
Right.
diseases these days.
Although AIDS is not plural, AIDS is singular. Autoimmunity deficiency syndrome, I believe, right?
Syndrome. Oh.
Yes, very good.
AIDS is plural.
AIDS is.
AIDS apostrophe S is possessive.
So when should we
That's
avoid?
AIDS' hat.
When should we avoid LA immediately?
I'd avoid it now. I was supposed to go there last week, and
How many people
I
are gonna
refused
die?
to go.
How many people?
I have no idea. I hope not many, but people are dying right now.
And there's no cure.
How come no one's
From what I
talking?
understand, no cure.
Why is this the first I'm even hearing an inkling of this?
Because I'm in the know.
Yeah, but
You know?
I look. I'll give
Yeah.
you stuff with Michael Jackson and
Yeah.
Reggie
Brad
Bush.
Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's smelly fucking gash.
Right.
Yeah, maybe someone was fingering her and shook hands with somebody else and started spreading that one. Right? Because her pussy is... Jesus. I could see Jimmy stare.
No, it's not bad.
No, believe me. I look over my peripheral and just see Jimmy with that smile and those eyes just looking so boyish. But I'll give you all those. But now, when you're entering the medical foray, I'm starting to go
Anthony, I used to be a medical reporter back in the day. I'm not kidding
you.
About
Really?
20 years ago. And so I'm very interested in
Dr. Ian
medical.
Brule?
Well, I'm Jewish. I have a lot of doctors in the family, a lot of lawyers. I'm the black sheep of the family.
Yeah?
Absolutely. I'm the only one who didn't get I'm the only one who didn't get a law degree, a teaching degree, or become a doctor.
Canadian
of some sort.
Jews different than American Jews? Comment? Yeah?
Yes. Look, we're all from the Holocaust. My dad's a Holocaust survivor.
Yeah.
And yes, we're different in a sense. Actually, I have a good Jewish accountant for you.
I have one.
So let me ask you. Said you have to party in this country. You got to party. You said for 1 year because when January 1st comes, it's over.
Yeah.
So you got to write off everything. Like you're flying around weekends, probably treating all your friends.
Oh, it's insanity. But I know I'm going to have to buckle down come the first of the year because the taxes are going to be insane.
And are you left with enough dough at the end of the year to pay the tax?
Well, I certainly hope so. I'd like to think I'm pretty. I'm not penny wise and dollar foolish.
This is all.
That's why you need a Jewish woman.
Ian,
no.
Have you ever dated a Jewish woman?
Ian, the show's going nowhere with your question. Right. I'm going back to your blind eye because you got people reacting. Ronnie and Philly. Ronnie!
Jewish woman.
Ryan, I'm sorry. I think Ian fell asleep watching 12 Monkeys last night.
Is that what happened? You were watching some crazy film, Ian?
All of a sudden, he's going to be up itching like a chimp,
That's it. How you doing, Philly?
Yeah.
Come up with 20 different movies.
Congratulations on getting blown away by the Blackhawks.
Len in Buffalo. Len.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Something's happening. Someone's going to die. Well, I don't know what it's called, but it's something. It's someone's God, and they're on their deathbed. But I don't know. It came out. I don't know. What is this, More on Thursday?
Yeah,
what the fuck?
You do frustrate a lot of people with your blind items, Ian.
Now, who is this?
First of all, to you, it's His Highness. Can you please say His Highness?
He's gone already. He doesn't want to talk to you. Vinny in Brooklyn. Vinny.
Where the fuck do you guys get this retard from? What is you retarded?
I've been here for a long...
Ian, you better...
What do you mean?
You're losing him, Ian. You're losing your audience.
This guy just wants...
back to fucking Canada.
God made me, sir.
Yeah, you're losing him, Ian.
Jealousy is the best form of flattery.
You're losing them, though. They're not buying your blind items.
Nobody buys my blind items, and they always come true. I hope okay, let me tell you. Hold on a second. I'm talking here. Let His Highness speak first.
You're from Canada. You're second class.
Dude, take a back seat, okay? You're not getting laid. You're taking it out on me. Now, listen to me carefully, you mooch, you zero. The one thing I could tell you is this. I hope I'm wrong on this one. I haven't been wrong before. I hope and pray because I don't wish bad on anyone, not even you, not your mother, not your mistress, not your mistress's mistress. But I'll tell you one thing. I hope I'm dead wrong on this one.
Well, you should have stopped before you said wrong on this one.
What you're talking about?
Yeah.
I have heard this from people who have it. So I'm trying to raise awareness here. I hope I'm wrong.
You're definitely the guy that wanted to vote for Obama, right?
What's wrong with Obama? Obama, too. You think he's getting it in the White House like Al Gore, Bill Clinton? He's making these guys proud. Georgie Porgy Bush, let me tell you something, you mooch, you zero. One thing I'll tell you right now is you wish you were in the White House getting it like these guys. Right now you're sitting on your bum, you're frustrated, you have one hand on your cock, and you're fantasizing about His Highness. And I can say one thing, you're gone.
About His Highness.
Fantasizing about him. Wow.
Listen, they should have killed you in the fucking Holocaust.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, see, it always has to get racist.
You fucking Jew hater, I'll tell you one thing right now.
Anthony.
You know,
what are you going to tell him?
There's only one guy Lady Gaga would sleep with right now in Manhattan, and he's in this studio.
That's right.
Jimmy,
That's you?
congrats.
Yes.
Probably would be
In
Jimmy.
your wildest fucking dream, you
Jimmy likes that
jerk-off.
big
Oh,
split.
yeah?
Yeah. Like
Let me tell you, Lady Gaga is the best thing to happen to pop culture.
I think the only thing that wants to fuck you is Michael Jackson's monkey.
Oh, yeah, don't criticize Michael Jackson, who was a great person. So many
I'm not
misconceptions
criticizing
about him.
Michael Jackson,
You
jerk-off.
wish you could.
The only thing that wants to fuck you is his monkey.
What school did you go to, you fucking idiot? You mooch.
I went to the same fucking school you went to, you retard.
You're a mooch. You're a zero. What are you doing at home right now, phoning His Highness? Are you working? When was the last time you had a job?
2 days ago.
Yeah, what were you doing?
I was fucking you in the ass, you jerk off.
A win for Vinny. I'm sorry, Ian.
What a job.
A win for Vinny right there.
Fucking you in the ass.
Get me some ladies on the line here on the Opie and Anthony show. I'm
luck.
tired of these testosterone guys phoning up His Highness
you know what?
and trying to
All right, listen, we got Larry King on the line. He's a regular to our show.
I love the Larry King.
Larry loves our show. Larry, you got Ian Halpern.
Larry and I have banged in the same circles.
Wow.
Anthony and Opie.
All right.
I have a question for Mr. His Highness.
Yes.
When revealing the blind items, how important is the vagueness? Comment.
It took a while to get there. But it's
The
pretty good.
vagueness.
Right.
It is very vague.
Yeah, we
there,
don't like your vagueness, Ian.
Yeah.
Give us something else.
Larry.
I got rid of Larry.
I got to hear from Larry, man.
Dr.
Oh, we
Halpern
got other
over here.
Larrys.
All right, let's get some women on the line here today because
Yeah, chicks,
You
call
know,
up. Go ahead.
What's that?
Oh, you brought no, not chips.
That chick
Are there
call
any
right
women-
here, you know, right there.
who want to talk to the sexiest voice in radio, His Highness Halpern, today.
What can I do for you?
Mr. Sheckler. I don't think it's you. Sexy voice.
Oh, okay. I have a vuvuzela.
Now remember, everyone, Michael, you'll see me undercover Friday night on the TV Guide channel, 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
It's 9 to 11, 2-hour special, and then it replays again 11 to 1. I'm going to be like the Kardashians on the TV Guide channel. I don't even know if
Dating
they have
black
any
men.
other programming. Hopefully they'll be playing this film
It said dating black
24/7.
men.
They don't have other programming, so they'll probably run this thing a lot for you.
Yeah, they're going to run it a lot, and I think they're, they've got His Highness now on the TV Guide channel, and those Kardashians, man, what's with them, Anthony? They're only into black cock.
It's it all has to do with fate and the fact that Robert Kardashian, their biological father, got a murderer, O.J. Simpson, off the hook for murdering 2 white people. So the powers that be in the heavens work in mysterious ways and now have said your daughters will only have sex with giant black cock.
Do you think they started fantasizing about Johnny Cochran when they were young? Was what started it, maybe?
Yeah, just the name got to them. They liked the cock. They just like the cock. It just has to. I don't know. It's one of those things. And I again, like you, Ian, His Highness would not wish harm on anybody, but it would be quite ironic if a gentleman that was going out with one of these Kardashian girls turned around and committed some type of violence against them. I'm sure we would all feel terrible about it, but it would be this bitter irony that he wound up getting O.J. off the hook when we all know O.J. murdered 2 people.
Absolutely.
And then something like that would befall his family. Tragic.
Which of the Kardashians would you bang if you have your choice right now?
I'd wind up. I'd probably would do any one of them. Tell you the truth,
Would you do them all together and post it on YouTube?
Except that mother.
The mother
Yeah, I
looks
bet
like
the mother.
Gloria Leonard. I'd let her lick my... Yeah, I met her, too. I wouldn't mind her biting on my
Jimmy
balls.
worked with her a little bit.
I did let her with 3 of them.
Lick my.
Were they
taint.
nice, Jimmy? Because they
Yes, they were.
don't seem likable.
Everyone but Kim. She wasn't there. It was Bruce, the mother, and then one of the daughter, Chloe.
Bruce Jenner.
Chloe.
How does he get in there?
Poor Bruce Jenner. Can we save him? Can we
Got
get some
in
kind of
there.
See,
operation?
I think I got a
to save him
picture
from that
reality,
family?
because I'm really in the TV business. I'm leaving the book business.
No, you're not.
I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. I have one more book coming out in September, and that's it. I've given all the
That's it?
publishers.
You want
notice.
to talk to chicks, right?
Yeah, let me get some
that?
chicks.
All right, we got
on.
Liza Minnelli on the.
I love Liza.
Liza.
Come to the cabaret.
You just look like David Guest, my husband.
Liza, great job in Sex and the City, too, man. I got a boner when I saw you up
saw
on that
Sex
screen.
and the City, too? What's wrong with you?
Excellent, excellent.
What do you say?
I loved when you sang at the gay wedding. It was just beautiful, Liza. But really, I looked like I had a roll of quarters in my pocket when you came on that big screen.
Will you marry me, you fucking faggot?
Let's get married, baby. Let's get married right in this studio.
This guy's going crazy here.
All right, we got Coop on the line. Good old Coop. Coop.
Hello, Your Highness.
Hello, Coop. Coop, first of all, how you doing today, Coop?
Not bad.
Yeah, what are you What are you
this
wearing
isn't
right now, Coop? Where are you? Where are you?
Right now I'm in my car.
Yeah, and what type of machine you driving?
A Matrix.
Nice.
Only the fanciest.
Oh yeah. And where are you off to?
Off to work.
What do you do, Coop?
Writer.
Oh yeah, for who?
It's a website called Gamerevision.
All right, how's it doing?
I'm not a writer.
It's all right.
I'm a writer too.
You making good? You making good coin?
Things.
You make good
Making
coin
okay.
with it?
Making okay.
Yeah, you happy? You frustrated? What's your deal?
I'm happy, and I'm not on the phone to attack you. I just have a quick question.
Please.
You said earlier that you were trying to raise awareness for this disease, yet the only information you gave was a steak.
That's a good question, man.
It's a very good question.
You're losing your audience today, Ian.
He's right.
You're really losing
Coop
them.
has raised a good point, but I
Give
can't.
us something.
I can't flip my lid until I'm sure about it. You know, I need to know the name. I mean, Anthony asked me the name. I don't know the name. I've
All
just
we know
heard
is
this.
four
I know
initials.
people are sick. I've had corroboration that it's starting to spread. And I need to find more info and do due diligence before I comment further.
But there's no
I'm
awareness.
just being upfront.
No awareness yet.
I'm just letting
up the name
people know,
ourselves.
think twice about touching an actor in L.A.
Just actors, though.
Wow.
So
what
far
about the
from
other
what
people?
I have
what about the
not-
other people that the actors have already touched? Aren't they
there's no,
infected?
Opie, there's no
child
proof
star.
that anyone else has it. I know 2 actors have it.
And they came back from some maybe film shoot?
Who knows? I need to do more. Dude, I'm a busy guy, man. I'm here.
He's busy.
You
He's
know,
got all the details to get.
What's more
you
important?
asked me for a blind item, but Opie, I got to be sure.
How the fuck do you make a living off this?
What's more important than a black plague?
right?
Than the bubonic plague is returned.
Yeah, don't worry that you might be wrong. You might be able to save the world. Now save the fucking world and give us some more info.
I'll get on it. I'll get on it. That's all I have.
Oh my God.
You know.
All right, well, how about this one, Ian? We got Eddie in Florida. You're losing your audience, Ian. You got to fight back here. Eddie.
Yeah, here. Hey, fucking Highness.
Eddie, where are you in Florida today? Eddie, calm
They
down.
don't want to have a little chit chat with you, Ian.
Bragging about being on the fucking TV Guide channel. It's
Yeah.
fucking 9 o'clock on Sundays. Is that the last fucking job before you have to eat the peanuts out of Joan River's shit and fucking talk?
Hey, I'll eat the peanuts out of Joan River shit. I have no problem with that. You know, like, hey.
In Ian's defense, my friend, the TV Guide channel is completely changed around. They are doing programming and
The fucking TV Guide.
You know what? You're right, Anthony. I like their program called What's On at 11 o'clock.
no, they got to change that.
Oh, they changed
They
that?
really got to change
Curb
the
Your
name of it.
Enthusiasm. Curb Your
Right.
Enthusiasm.
Oh, really?
The Susan Boyle special. Now they got His Highness. Look, give it a shot, man.
I like their show called What Should I DVR?
Okay,
That's,
dude,
that's a really good one,
okay,
too.
let me tell you something, you mooch, right now.
It's a terrific channel.
Let me tell you something. I had every
Ian.
broadcaster come in with bids on this film, and I went with TV Guide because I like to go with somebody who's new, happening, and on the up and up. I had no interest in going with the other broadcasters. You don't have to watch it. I know you're going to be the first person, 9 o'clock, getting a hard-on when you see His Highness come on the screen Friday night.
Out of respect for you, I hung up on him, Ian. That's what I do for you today.
All the best,
I'm
Tim.
with you with
I
that
hope he
TV Guide channel.
All the best,
roasts
Tim.
in Florida today.
Ian gets a lot of camera time in this one, too.
Oh, really?
A lot of
How do I
camera
look
time.
on the big screen?
You look good.
Do you get confused? You're thinking, wait, I thought this was a movie about Michael Jackson.
Ian gets a lot of camera time.
Oh, shit.
What
I remember
the fuck, Ian?
my girlfriend said to me, he's in it a lot.
Did you make it about yourself at times?
Oh, that's great.
I will say there's a lot of shots of Ian in front of the computer screen. Typing,
Yeah.
Getting to work, the journalist at work.
Getting that work done.
Friday at 9 o'clock, huh?
Yeah. A lot of face.
Where are the women? I want to hear from
All
the...
right, let me
Exactly.
find one for you. I think this might be one, Ian. From the fine state of Ohio. Jessica.
Hi,
Hi.
Ian.
Oh, that's a
Happy
nice
birthday,
voice.
Jimmy.
That's a nice voice. How are you today?
I was wondering if you have anything on the conspiracy for the referees in the World Cup. Legitimate question.
Yeah, it's a good. First of all, I'm a huge football fan, and I hope.
Do you mean soccer?
I call it football. I've lived in Europe for a few years.
When you're here, though, Ian,
I'm Canadian.
Please, when you're here,
it would be my honor if you played my vuvuzela.
Yeah, please. Wow, that's Jesus.
Let's go.
Look at here we go.
Yeah.
This is for you, baby. Keep playing that. Said Jessica has a smile. She's from Ohio. She looks like the Queen of Sweden when she's in my studio. Hey, Jessica. Hey, I just want to see your face. I want to make love with Jessica. And that's Anthony.
Now play it.
I was accompanying you.
Here he goes.
I can't even blow the fucking.
You don't just blow it. There you go. All right, it's like a trumpet.
A lot of FaceTime, huh?
Oh, God. Sorry to disappoint you. Cum doesn't shoot out of it.
Jessica, how you doing today?
By the way, I had that up my ass earlier.
Is she still there? You got rid of her.
Jessica's still there. What do you got in the World Cup?
What do you do, Jessica? First, let's talk about the World Cup. What do you do?
What, World Cup or me?
I want to talk about you. Are you single, married?
Yeah, I'm married.
Yeah, how long you been married?
Approximately 5 years.
Have you been faithful the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
Really? What if I show up there? Would you bang me?
No.
Why not?
You're not my type.
You wouldn't lick my crack? No, seriously.
No.
You never get frustrated being with the same guy?
Oh, I'm not with a guy.
Oh, you're with a woman. I like that. What's her name?
This isn't about me.
It's totally about you, Jessica. I just sang you a love song, and you're trying to talk about football.
Just blew Anthony's trumpet. You didn't sing me a
Now,
love song.
first of all,
Opie.
Anthony plays much better trumpet than me. He looks like he's been doing a lot of this stuff. But
Vuvuzela.
Yeah, it's a vuvuzela.
I don't know what it's
Off the subject, I have a roid that's been itching, and I didn't realize that I had an applicator with my Preparation H. I have been putting Preparation H on my finger and just shoving it knuckle deep in my asshole. And I finally found the applicator like 3 days in.
We also finally found Ian's disease. I'm not shaking your hand, sir.
I really have been doing that. I've been fucking pushing it all the way in, and then I was like, where's the applicator? But it was still in the box.
How far are you putting your finger in your asshole?
I would say so far that the webbing hurts between my pointer and middle finger. My webbing is getting stretched.
Ian, what do you got on the World Cup? People need
World
to know.
Cup, my prediction is Argentina's going all the way. I think USA is going to be close. They're putting on a great show. The refs, look, it's like tennis. When you go to Wimbledon, they always take sides. When you go to the skating, they're always, figure skating, the judges always paid off. There's no difference here, so get with the program.
I was randomly hanging
It's
up on
fixed.
people that I got in with his, oh my God.
You just go, oh my God.
All right, hold on, Ian. This guy actually wants to defend you, Kevin in Illinois.
No. Jimmy's going to try to fuck.
All right, Jimmy's. Hold on.
Wait. Oh my God.
Hold on.
Come on.
Shit.
Hold on. Hold on. For real. Wait. Okay, go. Jimmy just played the vuvuzela with his butt. A true butt trumpet. And God, I got it on video.
It fucking worked.
I got it on video.
Holy shit.
Oh, bravo, my friend. Bravo.
Oh, that's great. He played it with his asshole.
This is going on YouTube big.
Yeah, that's going to be a biggie right there.
That's a biggie.
That's going to be a biggie.
That's a big one.
Wow, does it stink.
Yay, pudding.
Listen,
All right, Ian, calm down.
Ian, we're going to do something for you. We got a guy that wants to actually defend you. This is very, very strange. You're losing your audience, Ian. I just want to let you know that.
I'm
trying to give you the heads
ebbs
up.
and
You're right,
flows with
Opie.
Ian.
All right.
Maybe I'm losing it a bit.
Kevin in Illinois. Kevin.
Hey,
I'd like to defend you, Ian. I'm really a huge fan of His Highness, and I'm going to be one of the people at 9 o'clock in front of the TV with the heart on, waiting to see your show.
Hey, dude, thank you for the support.
You actually have
maybe,
fans, Ian?
Maybe Opie's right. Maybe I am losing it. I said I'm going to stay in this business maximum 2 more years and then just be a producer and give other people a shot. And the first guy on my radar actually is Norton. If I'm going to produce TV shows, I want to sign this guy. And I met your agent yesterday. He remembered me outside of VH1. I went up to him. He was talking to some guy. I hope he wasn't doing a drug deal in a big SUV.
Oh, Jonathan?
Yeah. He was right outside VH1, and we had a good talk.
Do you think he has a big cock? Because we're trying to figure it out.
He's been. I do. Because
you see what's going on?
It took
with
him a
his
long
slacks?
time to get married.
This is not a gay thing, okay? I mean, he's got something going on in his slacks. We've all noticed.
I think he's a player. I think he makes Slick Willie and Al Gore look
Jimmy
like
thinks
nuts.
it's one big ball.
Yeah, I think he's a big mess.
I think he's a player. There's no doubt about it because it took him a long time to get married. He's traveled the world. I'm sure he's had hoes in every town. Maybe not, but the guy definitely has a lot of stuff in his chest that he's not revealing.
All right. They're getting nervous because you got to do more fucking press, I guess.
Well, I want to thank you guys again for having me. TV Guide channel. Anthony, thank you so much.
What about mine? What about mine? Thank you.
Well, of course. I mean, what are they?
Say something nice about me right
Dr.
now.
Halperin,
well,
I'll be looking
all
for
my
this
friends
disease,
think
this
that
mystery
Opie
disease.
should be on TV. They think you're gorgeous, my chick friends, man. I mean, they, I got to say, they would take you over me, and that's saying a lot. But
tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, Gone
on the
Too
TV Guide
Soon.
channel.
Ian's special on Michael Jackson was very good. 9 p.m. Friday night on the TV Guide Network, wherever that is with
A lot
your
of FaceTime.
local. He's in it a lot.
Fucking Ian, you rule.
And I just want,
if you're gonna make a movie, what the hell?
What the hell?
Don't put yourself in it a lot.
And I just want to say one more thing to all my Canadian friends listening. Get your motherfucking asses out to the Nasty Show to see the legendary, the greatest Jim Norton do his act. It's going to rock the house. And I know I have a lot of female followers in Montreal listening today. Please support Norton because I will be there. July 6th to 13th?
I think 6th through 11th.
11th.
Bob
All right.
Kelly, myself, Geraldo, Voss.
What happens if you sell out there, you hit it big? Will they extend you and keep you in Montreal until the audience dwindles?
That show always sells out, honestly. That really does. The Nasty Show sells out, I think, regardless of the people on it. People love the Nasty Show. Whoever's on it sells out. So I think we'll sell out, but it's just because of the nature of the show.
And where do you go from there after that? Are you on tour the whole summer?
I might be going to do something for Leno. We're coming back
here.
Yeah.
Leno's a class act, right?
I love him.
Yeah, I've met him. He's one of the guys. You know who gave him his start in this town?
You? In Hollywood?
Remember
Letterman,
Joe
really.
Franklin?
Oh, did Joe Franklin do first?
Yeah, Joe Franklin. He has tapes of Leno before anyone knew Leno on his show. Joe Franklin gave a lot of people his start in New York.
Yeah, man.
I remember Joe Franklin.
By the way, the new iPhone, off subject, they're saying that if you hold the sides of it wrong, you lose reception completely.
That is coming out on on Gizmodo, which, by the way, hates Apple. Gizmodo does nothing but bash Apple products.
Why do they
and
hate
lie
them?
about them.
Oh, they do? Okay, why?
Well, there was that little incident with the stolen or lost iPhone.
But it was the real iPhone,
and
though.
Gizmodo.
They were right.
Well, there was a problem. They don't like each other, apparently.
Let me give you guys one more thing.
I hadn't heard that anywhere but Gizmodo.
On the record before I leave, I predict Prince. I heard he's working hard on just having a hit song, not doing all these albums that just toast. And I predict within the next year, he's going to get to the top of Billboard again.
He's finally getting rid of all that nonsense.
Really?
Yes, and I think he's going to have a huge comeback. That's on the record, no blind item. I'm signing out, and Gazinta Heya to everyone, and you guys rock. Thank
Good
you.
luck, buddy.
Why do Canadians hate you?
Canadians love me, man. Dude,
hate you.
What are you talking about?
say-
You just made him sit back down, and
I know, but
What are you talking
He was out.
about?
They're saying that they want to kill you.
They want to kill me. Well,
Yeah.
can you save that email so I could go to the FBI or the RCMP today and report this mooch who wants to kill me?
Oh, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Yes.
Ian, you know some French?
Mounties.
Je parle français. Est-ce que tu parles français?
All right, talk to your Canadian friends there.
Oui,
and
à
get the fuck outta
tous
here.
mes Canadiens, je t'aime beaucoup. Je ne sais pas pourquoi tu dis les mauvaises choses contre moi. Je représente Canada et je donne amour à tout le monde et je veux que tout le monde écoute Opie and Anthony et Norton parce que c'est le meilleur meilleures shows dans le monde et je suis déçu que les Canadiens disent ça. Mais si tu dis ça, je veux que Anthony il sauve le Coréen et je vais dire tout de suite. Et tout de suite, je veux que tout le monde soit attentif de tout ça et je ne veux pas des mauvaises choses. Tout le monde voit je pense que les meilleurs amis de moi sont les Canadiens. Je pense que tout le monde sont méchants s'il y a des choses comme ça. Certainement, il y a des gars qui disent des mauvaises choses contre moi. Je ne veux pas des choses comme ça. Tout le monde veut des parfaites choses dans le monde. Sois joyeux, tout le monde. Les femmes à Montréal sont les meilleures femmes de le monde. Je ne veux pas des autres choses dans le monde. Je veux que tout le monde soit correct. Je veux que tout le monde écoute Opie et Anthony et Jim Norton. Et je ne veux pas des choses méchantes. Tout le monde comme Al Gore, Bill Clinton. Peut-être tu n'aimes pas eux, mais peut dire His Highness est méchant, je ne sais pas ce que tout le monde dit. Tu sais pourquoi je dis ça? Je dis à Sirius Radio tout de suite que tu dois respecter ce que je dis. Ce que tu dis non, je dis parfaitement, je suis déçu à les personnes à Montréal qui disent des mauvaises choses contre moi. Simplement, le sexe et le sexe. Tout le monde connaît que je ne connais pas des choses méchantes. Merci beaucoup, amour à tout le monde. Et je dis les États-Unis, merci pour m'avoir aujourd'hui.
And there he goes, Ian Halperin. Ian Halperin has left the building.
There you go.
Ian, thank you, sir.
Take it easy.
Ian, you're the man.
That was funny.
You are the fucking man. How can you not like that guy?
Right.
All right. He said the same phrase 20 times, Danny?
Kept hearing him say it sounded like a tout le monde, fucking like 50 times.
I need a translation because now I know the translation is horseshit too.
The only French I know is the toast.
Oh, Jim.